Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 2018-19 Back to School Night here at Eastbrook Middle School. Tonight we have an exciting program planned for you where you'll have the opportunity to meet your child's teachers, counselors, support staff, and administrators. But before we begin, I'd like to turn the program over to our Student Council President, Ben Agatone, for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ben?
Thank you, Mr. LeBleu. Please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Ben. So as I said earlier, tonight we do have an exciting program for you. We hope this evening is both productive and informative. Tonight's program gives us a chance to show you all of the wonderful things that your child experiences each day at Eastbrook. It also allows you to meet our staff and get a feel for the caring and dedicated educators with whom your child spends time with each day. I believe you will see that our teaching staff really is second to none. I will be back in a little bit with some parting words, but at this time I would like to introduce Miss Suzanne Soto, our brand new Eastbrook PTA President, who has some words for you. Miss Soto.
Welcome everybody to Eastbrook Middle School's Back to School Night. My name is Suzanne Soto, your PTA President. As we begin another year, we ask for your support so we can continue to make amazing resources and fun events available to our students. Last week, your child brought home the PTA packet, which includes all the information you need about the PTA, mandatory safe school training, the volunteer sign-up. Everything was home in your kid's backpack. Please return this envelope as soon as possible so we can get busy making this year amazing. We always encourage everybody to join the PTA. Whether you have 30 minutes, 3 hours, 3 days, all your help is truly appreciated. So, on behalf of the entire PTA and myself, I'd like to thank you for all your support. Have a great night!
Thank you, Mrs. Soto. As always, we look forward to our partnership with the Eastbrook PTA. Remember, all of your efforts directly affect our kids. I hope you'll all get involved with our PTA. So for those of you who are new, let me start by explaining our program for the evening. If you have not yet received one, your child's homeroom teacher will be handing you a schedule that we will ask you to follow this evening. Each student's schedule is unique to your child. Following this homeroom period, half of you will move towards the auditorium and the big gym to meet our creative arts, world language, and physical education teachers. The other half will move through a modified academic schedule, meeting your son or daughter's team of teachers for language arts, math, science, and social studies. At the midway point of the evening, you will switch. This will give you the opportunity to meet all of your child's teachers. Please move quickly in between classes as our teachers have a very short time to present their programs. If you have any questions, our Vice Principal, Mr. Opperly, our counselors, and I will be available throughout the night. Before we begin the program, however, I would like to say a few words. First, I'd like to thank everybody for such a smooth start to the school year. The first few weeks have been great. But as in any organization of this size, there will always be some challenges. I know dismissal has been difficult for some of you. Please remember that it is our goal to safely dismiss nearly 600 students each day. It usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes to do so. I appreciate everyone's efforts and their attention to our dismissal plan. 5th and 6th grade parents are invited to pick up their children at 2:30, and 7th and 8th grade parents are invited into the parking lot beginning at 2:45. This plan alleviates some of the congestion that we experience. Please know that the large number of cars in the lot will shrink as the year moves along. Many parents pick up their children on the first few days because it's new and exciting. Also, our after-school clubs will begin in the upcoming days. And when this happens, many students will be staying after school, cutting down on the number of students leaving the building at the same time. I promise that this will get better. Please remember that your children's safety is our primary concern. I ask that all visitors please follow our pickup procedures each day to ensure everyone's safety. If you have any questions about these procedures, please find me and ask. Thank you so much for your cooperation. As you all know, this year our Paramus Middle School have gone 1-to-1. This means that all students in grades 5 through 8 now have access to their own personal Chromebook. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students have already received their Chromebook, and 5th graders will get or have access to their own device in the classroom. We will not be sending devices home with our 5th grade students until later in the school year. If you are the parent of a student in grades 6, 7, or 8, your child should have come home last week and asked you to review the Chromebook Student Handbook and also to review the Technology Agreement Form. This form must be electronically signed off on by each parent. This is done through Genesis. If you have not done that yet, I am asking that you make this a priority for yourself this week. The 1-to-1 initiative proves to be a very exciting one for us. We believe that this will change the way we teach and the way that your children learn. It is so very important that your children understand the expectations we have when taking on this initiative. So please review and sign off on these important documents as soon as possible. Thank you. Now, as many of you know, I am the proud father of 4 young children. Sam, my 9-year-old, just began 4th grade in Ramsey. My daughter, Cecilia, who will be 8 in November, just began 2nd grade. And our little guy, Jack, will turn 6 in November and just began kindergarten. My wife Megan and I also have a soon-to-be 2-year-old, Lucy, at home, who runs the show in our house and always helps to keep us on our toes. As you can imagine, my house, not different than many of yours, I'm sure, is very lively. Like you, my children are always my primary focus. Like you, I want what's best for my children, and I expect a lot of my children's school. I believe that the school has an enormous responsibility. They are helping us to raise our children. This is something that I take very seriously in my role as principal, and it's a point of emphasis I make with the Eastbrook staff each year. This group of people, the staff at Eastbrook, takes that responsibility very seriously. It is our goal at Eastbrook to help each one of your children achieve his or her own personal success in school, to be good people who will add value to the world. As parents, it is our responsibility to help our children, to support them, to guide them, to encourage them. When home and school work together to nurture a child, the possibilities are endless. There may be times this year when you might disagree with your child's teacher, or you may be unhappy with the grade your child has earned. Please remember that we are all in this together. If you have a question, contact your child's teacher. Together, you'll be able to make and resolve the problem. Let's make this school year positive and special for all of our children. On behalf of the entire Eastbrook staff, I would like to say thank you for sending your children to us. We look forward to a great year with you and your family. Have a great evening, everyone.